Hello everyone and welcome to my Royal Family Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The royals are paying tribute to the late Queen with Brooch Code by adopting her large collection. The late Queen Elizabeth was reputed to own more than 100 brooches, many of which she loaned to other royal women for special occasions. Queen Elizabeth's royal jewelry collection may have included some of the world's most costly and spectacular pieces, but it is the often ignored brooch that holds the most significance. The late Queen was reputed to own more than 100 brooches, which she occasionally loaned to other royal women, with spectators able to determine what Her Majesty was thinking based on which brooch she wore for a particular occasion. The brooch she wore on the left typically suggested a relationship with the person, country, or organization she was visiting. It could also be a tribute to someone close to her, with the royal brooch code now being adopted by the younger royals as they pay tribute to her with their own jewelry selections. This year, Queen Camilla accessorized her attire with the Queen Mother's shell brooch, a fitting choice for an event that meant so much to the late Queen. Queen Elizabeth frequently wore her mother's brooch at key family events, such as the wedding of Zara and Mike Tyndall and the unveiling of a statue honoring the Queen Mother. Prince Albert's brooch, which Prince Albert presented to Queen Victoria the day before their wedding in 1840, was one of Queen Elizabeth's favorite brooches. The brooch is supposed to have been made in Germany, which is why the late Queen wore it frequently during state visits to the nation. Prince Albert's brooch is a crown heirloom, which means it is only for the use of Queens Regnant and Consort in the United Kingdom. The brooch has been worn by all 5 female monarchs since Queen Alexandra, Queen Mary, the Queen Mother, Queen Elizabeth II, and now Queen Camilla. Camilla wore it recently during a state visit to Hamburg with King Charles. Kate, Princess of Wales, wore Queen Alexandra's 3 feathers brooch, popularly known as the Prince of Wales brooch, during King Charles's first official visit as monarch. She wore it to greet South African President Cyril Ramaphosa when he visited the United Kingdom in November 2022. Both Queen Camilla and Princess Diana have worn the brooch, which was given to Diana by the Queen Mother during her engagement to Prince Charles. The brooch was restored to Queen Elizabeth's collection after Diana died in a car accident in 1997. Many of the royal women wore jewelry from Her Majesty's personal collection to Queen Elizabeth's burial on September 19 last year. Queen Camilla wore the Hess Diamond Jubilee brooch, which was first handed to Queen Victoria by her 8 grandchildren on June 22, 1897, to commemorate her Diamond Jubilee. Queen Elizabeth herself celebrated her Diamond Jubilee in 2012, followed by her Platinum Jubilee last year, just months before her death. Victoria's great-great-granddaughter established the record for the longest reigning British monarch, surpassing Victoria's 63-year reign. Queen Camilla doesn't let the Harry and Meghan feud upset her since she holds no grudges. According to a friend, the then Queen consort found herself at the center of charges in her stepson Prince Harry's book Spare, and she prefers to rise above the turmoil. Queen Camilla may be embroiled in the ongoing conflict between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, as well as the rest of the royal family, but she doesn't let it get to her, according to a close friend. Harry accused Camilla of being a wicked stepmother and a dangerous villain who left bodies in the street in his memoir Spare, which was published in January of this year. Camilla Tominey, a royal analyst, stated that the Queen consort isn't the type to bear grudges, as her companion, the Marchioness of Lansdowne, said in April. Of course it bothers her, of course it hurts, but she isn't affected by it. Her philosophy is always, don't make a thing of it, and it will settle down, least said, soonest mended. If you think of all the years when she nearly had a bread roll thrown at her, how did she respond throughout that period? One former employee remarked. She was just incredibly stoic. Her most admirable trait is undoubtedly her sense of humor. In Spare, the Duke of Sussex wrote, I have complex feelings about gaining a step-parent who I thought had recently sacrificed me on her personal PR altar. He was referring to an incident in which Camilla reportedly leaked a narrative about William to the press, albeit it was later revealed that it was leaked by her former assistant, who was then fired. In 2019, Harry stated that the encounter left William seething, adding that Pa and Camilla's people had planted a story or stories about him, Kate, and the kids. Give Pa and Camilla an inch and they'll run a mile. Despite witnessing the King and Queen's coronation last month, Harry has yet to reconcile with his estranged family. It was believed that the Sussexes and Buckingham Palace had moments of genuine cooperation in the run-up to the big day. However, when the service in Westminster Abbey concluded, Harry traveled back to the United States without speaking to either King Charles or Prince William. While the Sussexes may be impatient for an apology, their royal relatives appear to be in no hurry to bury the hatchet, Mens Tomini wrote. The publication of a letter written by Meghan to the King, in which she expressed her concerns about unconscious bias in the royal family, appears to have put an end to any immediate hope of reconciliation. Ferguson was diagnosed with breast cancer following a routine checkup. The Duchess is said to be recovering from her procedure, which was a success, according to sources. Sarah Ferguson underwent surgery after being diagnosed with breast cancer, according to reports. According to The Sun, the cancer was discovered after the Duchess of York, 63, underwent a normal mammography. Ferguson was released from the hospital today and is recuperating at home in Windsor. According to unnamed family members, the operation at King Edward VI Hospital in Marylebone, central London, was successful. Another source stated that the prognosis is good because of the early detection. The Duchess is said to have spent several days this week at a London hospital. It's been a difficult time, a friend told The Sun, but she is very grateful to the medical staff who carried out the mammogram and detected it early, and the medical staff who looked after her these last few days. She is incredibly thankful. Ferguson is currently under the care of her family, which includes Prince Andrew, 63, and his daughters Beatrice, 34, and Eugenie, 33. Her absence from Royal Ascot this week is thought to be due to the operation. The Duchess also spoke about her diagnosis in a podcast Tea Talks with the Duchess and Sarah before going into hospital. The program, which was originally scheduled to run last Thursday, will now air tomorrow. Breast cancer is the fourth leading cause of cancer death in the United Kingdom. Breast cancer kills 11,500 women and 85 men in the UK each year, amounting to roughly 1,000 deaths every month or one every 45 minutes. Breast cancer affects 99% of women and is the top cause of mortality in women under the age of 50 in the United Kingdom. Breast cancer survival is improving and has increased in the UK over the last 40 years as a result of advances in therapy and care, earlier identification through screening, and a focus on outcomes, including speedier diagnosis. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.